What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mocarl and Conman podcast. It's to week 4 review. I'm your host, Mchael, joined as always by Conor.
Hello.
We're going to do the usual thing, break down all the week's games. If there's any news, which I don't really think that there is.
No.
And then we'll just... that's it, really. We're just going to break down the week's games. How are you, Conor? How's life?
Good, yeah. We have a new addition to our Toronto family.
Oh, yes.
Which is not related to football at all, but that's what happened this week for me.
Yeah, we recently got Megan involved in the Canada experience.
So, even more reasons for everyone else to come over. Looking at you.
Everyone else.
Yeah. Except Danny.
Except Danny, of course. I don't know, do we need more banter?
It's a bit early in the pod for banter.
Alright, let's just jump in then.
I didn't come equipped for banter.
Right.
I had a long day at work.
Banterless podcast, let's go!
Plus we're running a bit late today than normal. So I went down, when I finished work, I went down to the little quiet room, had a 45-minute nap.
Oh, solid.
Yeah. And then I woke up and I was like, oh shit, did someone steal my bag and my laptop in it? And it turned out it was the other side of the chair than when I first checked.
That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah. You didn't think of doing any research or anything in the 45 minutes you had to?
No. There was no Wi-Fi.
I mean, you still had your phone, but whatever. Let's go.
Here's Hunt, and he's in for the score. Kansas City takes the lead.
It was Kareem Hunt with the late touchdown as the Hall Astros extend their run of 4-game win streak, beating the Aztecs 117-105. The Astros needed late help from Hunt to secure the win, as the Aztecs will curse a Sammy Watkins injury that may have been decisive on another night. The Aztecs fall to 2-2 and find themselves in a dogfight for a playoff spot, but with reason to be optimistic following the arrival of Zeke Elliott back as a fantasy star. Conor, let's talk about this game. So you were watching the game last night, yeah?
I
did you see some of it?
Watching some of it. Who was playing?
It was the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Oh yeah, I was watching some of that. I don't think I had any cards in that deck, but it's not a phrase. But anyway, yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Who was on these teams here?
Well, in terms of this, see, there was a lot of players playing in this game for these two. So this is the only game that had anything on the line. So it was Kareem Hunt was, I think, the only player Danny had. So he needed a big game, and he got one. Got 121 rush yards, 54 receiving yards, and a touchdown. That's what you need in like a crunch. You know, you need points to get the win type of performance. And then Dell had Royce Freeman playing at the same time, and he had Sammy Watkins and Harrison Buttkicker. Sammy Watkins got the injury. I think if he doesn't get an injury, well, he's 12 points behind. Maybe he doesn't get 12 points, but it's closer. Like the whole game has changed, and you don't know what's happening then, really. Yeah. So this is the only game that was close towards the end. Let's have a run through. So Danny's team was Matt Ryan, Kareem Hunt, Gio Bernard, and Justin Tucker. All they were the main players for Danny.
Yeah, Gio Bernard had a big game, from what I remember. He had a slow start to the year. We got 2 touchdowns this week, I think.
I believe he also was just recently picked up as well.
Oh yeah, so this wasn't his team at the start of the year?
No, I think Danny just picked him up recently.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think he was dropped. Can't remember by who though.
Is it maybe Richie? I can't remember who had him.
If you dropped Kareem Hunt,
let us know.
Gio Bernard.
If you dropped Kareem Hunt, let us know in the comments below. Then Dell's team was like Zeke Elliott, James White.
Oh yeah.
Tom
I
Brady.
Looking at this, yeah, the Tom Brady, James White worked out from this week. That's what happens when.
He made the right call.
Works, yeah.
He was Gronk had a quiet game. I think he kind of picked up a bit of an ankle injury. But yeah, Brady and White just kind of did the work for him.
Still didn't win though.
No, he still didn't win.
I believe if he had kept the Patriots defense, which you told him to drop, he might have won. They had a big game.
No way they got 17 points.
No, they only needed 12.
Yeah, I know, but the Steelers got 5.
Oh yeah.
So if you take it,
there you go. Yeah.
So again, it would have been closer, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
I just wanted to rub that in on Dell.
mm,
Just wanted to rub one off on Dell.
oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Maybe cut that.
I'm gonna leave that in. I was looking at Dell's team. He needs wide receiver help in a big fucking spot.
Oh, I have a wide receiver I'm looking to get rid of.
I mean, I have loads of wide receivers, but I don't think Dell necessarily has anything that I want. Well, I'd be interested in Tom Brady, but we'll dig into that later on. But yeah, so Dell's team really needs wide receivers. Like Keenan Allen is on his bench, and he's been quiet this year, but he's like a proper star. So it's funny because he hasn't done much. I think he's under Dell's radar, but like he should be getting like 12, 15 points a game. He's only got over 10 once, in the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's not good.
So he really needs to start stepping up. So Dell, if you're looking for someone to blame, pick Keenan Allen, but don't tweet him. Don't ever tweet players. It's not good. They don't care.
He also has Doug Baldwin on the bench. This was the first week he got any points. Was he injured?
Yeah, he was injured for the first 3 games. So yeah, maybe in a week or two, if Baldwin and Allen start like picking up, that wide receiver problem isn't so much of a problem anymore. Like he doesn't have much behind that though, is the problem. Like Watkins with the injury, Wilson I don't really rate because I don't like Dolphins receivers as a whole in general.
Yeah. Danny's bench was a great team this week.
Historical.
Had they played.
Danny's bench would have beaten you.
Yeah, I worked it out. Well, I was working it out Sunday night before the game ended.
Yeah.
He was the 7th top scoring team this week, Danny's bench.
Yeah, he would have beaten you, Shauna, and Rob.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's good for his depth.
It's indicative of that. Yeah, I feel the coaching thing makes us look down on depth because you're like, oh, you left a bunch of points on your bench, but if you have lots of points,
if you win and you leave loads of points on your bench, good. I have points there if I need them.
So maybe that coaching thing isn't gospel. I'm changing my tune now though. Now that I have like strength and depth in my team, I'm like, oh no, coaching doesn't mean anything. I'm like dropping down the list dramatically. I'm like 5th now after being first the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So now I think depth is a good thing, and I do. Who did he leave on his bench? So let's have a look. So Phil Rivers, 21 points. John Brown for the Ravens. He's going to have a good season, I think. He's already done really well. Like, what are his stats?
John Brown's brother is named James Brown.
Is it? Yeah. Nice. So, in week 1, he had 10 points, 15 points, 8 points, and then 7, and then nearly 18 points. Like, that's good. And he picked him up, too. He was a free agent, I believe, or on the waiver wire.
Cooper Kupp was the big one on his bench.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. He's like the number 4 receiver, I think, in the league now as well. After 4 weeks, which is pretty good.
He's had a few good weeks.
Especially with that Rams offense now, it's just drumming, or it's what's the word? It's rolling, humming, humming.
Yeah, you could be
go
rolling
humming
and humming.
Yeah, that's true. I have to mention my favorite Irish dancing.
Get the drop ready.
Oh yeah, it's already played. It's playing over us right now. Alex Collins is 8.5 yards. He's
and a touchdown.
I mean, if I was a weaker team, I'd make a play for Alex Collins.
Shauna,
you bitch. Because he's just great. Who else did he have on his bench? David Johnson is finally like starting as well.
Yeah,
to come alive.
He would have been an early round.
Yeah, I think he ended up being the 6th pick.
God damn.
I think he was the 6th pick or wherever Danny was. I don't know. But yeah, he's a number 1 pick or first round pick. So I guess he's done okay. 12, 5, 12, and 15. So I don't know. Maybe we're being too harsh on him, but do you want to take that?
Nah.
Alright.
I'll talk to him later.
And we actually have a call-in today. It is in fact Connor's dad. Conor literally just hung up on his dad.
He'll ask me the same 5 questions he asks me every single time, and I'll give him the same answers.
I thought he was calling me there. My phone's lit up. My God, is he alive?
Probably out in the sauce actually. It's Tuesday night. It's the night off.
Classic old man Moore. If you look at the game flow on this as well, look at that. It's so like there was a lot of lead changes in this game, in this matchup.
That cut off that call, that bitch. Anyway, I think there was what's this? Danny and Dell.
Yeah,
there was 3 lead changes, I believe.
Yeah, there was a lot of lead changes, which is good to see. A competitive league. Obviously, Danny ended up kind of winning it in the end. Then he goes to 4-0 as well. Then he's 2 games ahead of the next highest Luther contestant.
Yeah, so it's only him and Barry now that are 4-0.
4-0, 2 4-0 teams. It's good going. I wonder if they'll still be 4-0 when they play each other. I think it's quite late in the season though. Or they'll hardly still be 4-0. I wonder if they'll still be undefeated. Well. Oh yeah, so
did someone put up in our WhatsApp that the league was symmetrical? Or maybe I just saw it on Reddit.
No, you know what that was? That was the NFL.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
No, yeah, like the NFL league.
Oh yeah. I was like, why would it be symmetrical on ours?
I mean, it might be on ours as well.
No, it wasn't.
It could be.
Yeah, I saw that. Whereas like through 3 games, it was like
there's 2 teams 0-4, 2 teams 4-0, whatever, 3 teams 2-2.
Yeah.
Good work.
Interesting. Yeah.
Teams.
Then what? Del goes to 2-2. Yeah, so he's part of that. That I called it. What did I call it? A dog fight.
Yeah.
Dogfight in the Luther between 3, 2 and 2 teams. We will dive into that in a bit because I got some divisional matchups and stuff like that where I keep track. Did you keep track of it one year though?
No.
It was always me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had a pod 2 weeks ago where it was like I didn't understand what the divisions meant.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have an apostrophe in answers?
Yes. Should there be?
Danny, let us know.
No, there's one after Holland.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that wrong for a long time. God, also, Danny, straight up, I hate
that name.
I hate your name and I hate your logo. It's so bad. Like,
what is the logo?
I don't even know.
Shite, like.
I want to say it's like Hannah as a bodybuilder or a strongman or something. It might not even be Hannah. And then there's like a sexy lady with Danny's head on. It's no good.
Christ.
Like, look at the rest of the league, Danny. Come on.
High quality content, logos, pods, Danny.
All this content.
Doing nothing.
What happens when we make it big, Danny? That's your logo? Come on now. Ain't nobody gonna want to buy t-shirts with that on it.
I mean, there's some niche markets out there.
Your one is just the logo of the CN Tower. That's on countless t-shirts.
I invented that.
That design.
Copyright Conor Moore in 2018.
Alright, let's move on.
Already down 7. Final 72 seconds of the half. And a fake pass into the end zone. Hopkins for the touchdown.
I was Nuke Hopkins with the grab as the Reggae Sharks finally get their first win of the season, defeating the underperforming Zebra Killers 83-74. Hopkins, Stafford and surprisingly TJ Yeldon were the difference makers in a game where, apart from Kirk Cousins, the Zebra Killers just didn't show up. The loss leaves the Zebra Killers at 2-2, but with a 2-game buffer between them and falling out of the playoff spots. Connor, what do we think of this game? You mentioned it's the 2 lowest scoring teams?
Yeah. I mentioned that in between our breaks, so no one heard it. But yeah, 2 lowest scoring teams.
That was implied, Connor.
You got a lot of luck there, Shauna. Anyone else and you would have lost again. And you'd be 0-4 down in the fucking pit with me and Richie.
Yeah.
You're missing the fun down here.
It's a sweet pit. Real sweet pit.
Yeah. So, I don't know what happened, Rob. None of his teams scored over 10 points.
Yeah, the whole team fell apart. Kirk Cousins.
Busting a nut trying to win this game.
Busting it.
That's what I wrote in my notes, so I'm sticking by it.
That's fair. Like, he jerked off?
Look.
Jordan Howard looks to be a problem for Rob because Tariq Cohen is getting a lot of touches in Chicago now.
Yeah.
And Dalvin Cook is also not performing, and now Gio Bernard is getting a lot of touches.
Considering there was like about 18 touchdowns from the Chicago's quarterback.
Yeah.
Surprising.
None of them go to Jay Howard.
48 points for that team. Jay Howard got 2.5 fantasies points.
So in the same way that Dell is struggling at wide receiver at the minute, maybe Rob needs to, maybe he needs to get on the bell to Dell. Maybe do some running back for wide receiver action.
The Dell Bell.
The Dell Bell.
Perhaps. Although he still has James Conner, who's again normally
that's
would
a good
be good.
Point, yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
I think the game got away from the Steelers.
Yeah.
and then there just wasn't enough time to run the ball. They didn't get to. Odell Beckham's also a problem for Rob.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, that Giants offense is just bad.
I don't think it's the offense, it's just Eli Manning.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do with their offense.
The O-line is very bad as well. Like, he's 11...
good players.
Yeah, but if the O-line is poor, then the offense is just shocking.
Yeah.
So they're no good. Like, Beckham's only got 11 points, like, twice.
One of those famous one-hand catches.
That's so bad. He's got Brandon Cooks on his bench and Will Fuller.
Yeah,
so again, maybe he just...
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, so maybe he's okay. Maybe he just needs to make the right decisions. Be a better manager, Rob. Fuck's sake.
Be falling down those coaching rankings.
Oh yeah, he's gonna plummet in the Rob Fay power rankings.
Oh no, he's gonna stay where he is, but he's gonna justify it somehow. I have faith in Rob.
He's gonna jimmy the system.
It's called the Rob Fay power rankings, not the fucking Michael O'Brien
The
or
consensus. Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Rob Fay's power
Rob Fay
rankings
will be number 1 this week.
Go power rankings. So good. So Sean rolled with Matt Stafford. He did okay for quarterback. Oh yeah, it's TJ Eldon.
Yeah,
He benefited from Lenny Fournette being injured, so he
Yeah.
just got all the touches against the Jets and did Sean a real solid.
Yeah, ironically, this was the first week that Lenny Fournette was back.
Yeah.
And then TJ Allen decides, I'll be better than him now.
I'll be good.
I'll make my case now. It would have been like Chris Hogan having a big game in New England.
That's more fair though, you know, where he's like, I don't want to. I'll perform poorly, so I'm not, you know, at a
I'll show
higher
him that I can
footing.
do it when he's here.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
he wanted to be good to his friend Lenny. He's like, I'll play bad when you don't play, and then we both go for it when we're good. And you know what? I think it's going to work. Shauna got 1 rush yard for Teddy Gingerman.
Yeah, I made a note about that. What did I say?
Theodore Gine.
Zero from the Juice and 1 yard from Teddy Ginn. Oh yeah, I was talking about her depth. So she has so little depth that there was only 1.5 points on her bench.
I assume that didn't work against her.
That'd be good for her coaching record.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah.
But yeah, like she had 1.5 points on her bench, and between OJ Howard and Teddy Gins, they got 0.14 fantasy points. So
Yeah.
she's working with like 6 players. She
Yeah.
just has to hope she plays the lowest scoring team every week, and it's not her, which has been most weeks.
It often is. DeAndre Hopkins put in a good performance, so that could be good for Shauna. Well, it should be. It will be. It's not good. It's not going to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
He gets points. And then Lev Bell is rumoured to come back in week 7.
Their bye week, so
I mean-
Donna, don't play him that week. Just
If I was
warning you now.
If I was Lev Bell, I wouldn't come back at all though, because you know the way he's holding out because he can't get. They won't give him a long-term contract or whatever, and he's on the franchise tag.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing that happened to your man Earl Thomas, the
Thomas,
Seahawks
yeah.
guy, and now he's not getting paid. No one's giving him money now. He
Yeah.
just lost millions. So if I was Lev Bell, I'd be like, nah, man,
Give me some guaranteed money.
I'm gonna chill out.
I'm gonna go home. Yeah.
So yeah, Sean, if I was Lev Bell, I wouldn't play for you tiny little bitch. Oh, Sean, you're such a fucking little. Oh, you bitch.
Lev Bell is to money what Colin Kaepernick is to racism. He's making a protest about it.
Yeah, it's true.
And he's gonna end his career.
And
because of it.
All the media are making him the bad guy. Well, not all of them, but a good portion of the media are like, oh, you know, you gotta come and help your team. You're like, fuck you, man.
I think after what happened to Earl Thomas, he's probably vindicated him a bit.
Yeah.
So he left an Instagram comment on Earl Thomas's
Yeah.
Instagram page, being like, I'll keep being the bad guy for us.
Yeah. Lev Bell is great. I hope he goes to a team I like next year and not a team I hate.
Like the Patriots.
He's not going to go to the Patriots. He might go to... who would I like to see him on? Who's a team I like?
The Browns.
It would be a very Raiders move
Would it be?
to get him. They love
They'd
splashy.
Raid him.
Oh, I'm just going to Vegas too.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Because usually the Cowboys go for the flashy free agents. They're like, let's go want that guy. Because Jerry Jones is crazy, but...
Jared Pones.
Perry Jones. Oh yeah, so the Cowboys would usually do that, but they have Zeke Elliott, so it makes no sense to go and fucking spend a fuck ton more money on Le'Veon Bell. Let's just talk about Sean Asim. So Joe Mixon is he injured? He's injured. He might be out for week 5, so that's not good for Sean. I love Bells. Obviously, we just talked about him. Jordan Reed was on a bye, but I think he's usually quite good. Rex Burkhead's not coming back, Sean. You can probably drop him.
What happened?
He injured his neck, I think. So yeah,
It's a strange injury.
Neck injury. Yeah, but you gotta be safe with those. I mean, is it a strange injury? You're fucking running head first into 300-pound men.
I don't know. First time I've heard of it.
Well, I guess he wouldn't be running. I'm not going to get into it. All right, let's move on. All right, Conor, do you know what time it is?
7 o'clock.
No, like
Eastern time.
what time of the show? It's your favorite time of the show. It's time for our new segment, Conor.
Oh yes.
Do you want to? Yeah, it's our new segment. Here we go.
This is Keeping Up with the Hineses.
Conor, it's Keeping Up with the Hines this time. It's your favourite show, where we keep up with our favourite Hines.
Which one?
We, of course, are talking about Nyheim Hines, the Colts running back, who is of fancy relevance, Conor. So, the last time we had heard from Nyheim Hines, he had just been dropped by the Holland-assers.
Yeah.
He was at a low point in his life. We watched it, you know, the cameras follow his family around and stuff like that. And Kim's there, whatever. And this week, there's been a turn up for the Bucks, Conor.
Indeed.
Nyheim Hines got 2 touchdowns this week.
Fair play.
The week after the Holland-assers dropped him, which makes me think that he's pissed off at the Holland-assers.
I'm pissed off at Colin Ashley.
I think everyone is.
Yeah, fuck him.
Mainly because they've left out our favourite Heinz. Of course, we know some other Heinzes. The Heinz family, to name a few. The Heinz ketchup.
Beans.
So maybe what we'll do is in this segment going forward, we'll check in with all the different Heinzes individually, comments, calls and stuff. We could maybe even get Grayson live, perhaps. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, so if you guys want Grace Hines to be in the podcast, text her and let her know, or whatever. Or don't. Or do. Or both. And that was Keeping Up with the Hineses.
Here's Kelsey in for the score.
And it was Travis Kelce with the touchdown that cemented the victory for the Millions and puts them back on track at 3-1 for the season after beating the now 0-4 Titans in an all-stringer clash. An all-around strong performance from the Millions will please Coach O'Brien, but the performances of Russell Wilson this season is something to watch. The Titans are still 2 games back on a playoff spot. A far from insurmountable task, but the team will need a second-round pick, Devontae Freeman, to return soon, as a running back is clearly a point of concern for this team. I beat you, Conor. I beat you good.
Not as good as I thought.
Yeah.
Fucking Vikings. Stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, they were the only team in
the
league to have negative points.
Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't have made a difference unless they put up one of their big 20-point games, but...
Yeah, once it was...
They're playing LA.
Once Gurley fucking put up that big day, that kind of set the tone a bit.
Yeah.
But even at points, like, it was quite close up to here. Like, if you had got a couple more points and say Travis Kelce just like did nothing, I know he ended up with a big game, but it's just as likely he could do nothing.
Ironically, I wrote my notes about 10 o'clock Sunday night.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've written here Kelce with 0.
Oh
he
yes.
had 0 points up until about probably the third quarter.
And then he got 13 points. Good. I think him and Jared Cook are the 2 top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the 2 top tight ends are playing each other today.
Yeah, so I finally got a fucking big game from someone.
You
Jared
were
Cook.
having tight end so what's his story? Did you pick him up recently?
I picked him up after week 1 because my first one got injured.
Oh yeah.
Who's the guy who's always on Dell's team? I don't remember his name. I pronounced
You
his
called
name
his
wrong.
name? Yeah, fuck, what's his name? Ah, Jesus. If you know
I'll
his
just go- I'll
name,
just go check
no,
it
no.
out.
If you know his name, please let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe right here. So you might be set at tight end now for a little bit.
Yeah, he was for the chopping block if he had another bad day. So he's saved his neck.
Yeah, well,
like
I mean,
the
he's
turkey who rescued the baby on the day before Thanksgiving.
I remember that story.
And then Obama pardoned him.
Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Hey, come on, people! We can keep partying, can't we? Yes, we can! Come on, let's sing! Obama, well, you came and you gave without taking. And I sent you away, Obama. When you kissed me, it stopped me from shaking.
It's Delaney Walker.
Delaney Walker, yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, how are you feeling about your team? What's going on? Like, where are you concerned with running back? I think possibly.
I shouldn't be, because I do have two good running backs, just not
Playing.
really performing as they should
Yeah.
be. Yeah,
Like Freeman, I don't know what his story is. I've always been, because remember years ago he had those like 5 weeks where he put up like the craziest numbers, and then I famously traded him to you
Oh,
for
yeah.
Lev Bell. Since then I have, I've been keeping an eye on him, and he hasn't, like, he was never going to continue with those numbers.
Why not?
Because it was crazy what he
Because
was
he's
doing.
fucking injured. That's why.
Baker Mayfield, Connor.
Yeah, I put him in. Well, I mean, I put
No,
him on
yeah.
the bench.
Yeah. Not great.
No, if it wasn't for all the fucking interceptions, he would have had a good game. He would have
Yeah.
done better than Rodgers. Like Rodgers again with another middling game.
Yeah.
Wasn't
What are
great.
you going to do, QB? Are you going to hold on to both of them and just wait it out and see?
No. There'll be movements made on the waiver wire for the Titans.
By the Titans? For other Titans? Marcus Mariota?
No. God, no.
Who you going for?
I don't know, I'll see. I might have, like, QB is a bit of a stretchy one, but Mitch Trubisky had a big game.
That's true.
I don't think he'll do that every week, but the Bears look good this year so far.
Yeah.
But that's more their defense. And
Yeah, that defense is so good. Who picked them up? Is it Richie?
Yeah. What's his name? Mac?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil
Oh,
Mack, yeah.
it's such a monster. JJ Watt's back in a big spot this week too, which is
He
great
with
to
the Bears?
see. No, but he's
Oh,
with the
yeah,
Texans or whatever.
Yeah, so there'll be moves made with quarterbacks, definitely wide receivers.
You going to do some wheeling and dealing? I know John was interested in doing some business, I believe.
I might ask him. I had Danny offer me some retarded trade. I'll see if I have it in my emails because it was like he texted me like half an hour before the match and he was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "What are you on about?" And then I checked my email and I saw it was there. What was it? It was a bad one though. It's like actually, was it for Freeman? Oh yeah, so it was Duke Johnson for Antonio Brown.
No, that's David Johnson.
David Johnson. No, why would I give away my number one pick?
Because David Johnson is his number one pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad. So wait, hang on. When did he propose it to me? So it was proposed to me at 7:48 a.m. Oh, and then it was declined at 11:42. That was obviously after I texted me like, nah.
Yeah. So he didn't text you, have he? He proposed
He
it
proposed
hours
it.
before.
I didn't see it, and then he
It
just
should
texted
come-
me. I was like, hey, you have an hour.
It should come up on your app.
I don't think I checked. Yeah, I was hungover. It was Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's fair. Connor, we do have, before we get into the millions, we actually have a call from the coach.
Oh yeah.
The coach is called.
How did you manage to get him?
I got an interview just at the end of the game, so we're gonna jump over to hear what Coach O'Brien had to say after the game.
That's what you get when you have a team full of pansies. And who are you, my dear? Oh, you're recording. The team that Coach Moran played was put out to lose the game. He had no hope. I feel bad for the boys. Antonio, if you're looking to join a team of winners, give me a call. It makes no sense. As for Moran's views on Israel, I'm not going to get drawn in on the matter.
Wow, Connor, there's strong words.
Strong words
Strong words.
from a Scottish coach, apparently.
Clearly drunk Scottish man.
Is there any
who
other type
didn't
of
convincingly
words?
pull off the accent entirely. But he called called your team pansies, I believe.
I thought he was calling himself a pansy.
No.
Alright.
No. And then he almost harassed that poor news reporter.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy in the car.
He doesn't sound like a good guy.
Yeah, so it sounds like he's trying to take Antonio Brown off your hands.
Well, look, he indirectly called him a pansy, so I'll leave the two of them in a room together and see what happens.
Yeah, that's a strong move to make.
Right.
And what about the question about it just making no sense? How did you feel about that?
What makes
Can
no
you?
sense?
It makes no sense.
I disagree.
Right.
It does make sense.
I think we need to get you two in a room together, hash these things out. So let's talk about the Millions team, shall we?
No.
Okay. Todd Gurley is amazing. He's so good.
Yeah.
Ross Barkley is weird because he keeps putting up like kind of big numbers, but he's not actually doing. It's just big bursts instead of like a constant points getting. So I always feel like I'm waiting for him to rip one off, or I'm just not going to get anything from him. Saying that, he's done it for 4 weeks, so I shouldn't.
Did you call him Ross Barkley?
Did I?
Yeah.
I meant it. Saquon Barkley. AJ Green came up in a big spot. That was quite late in that game as well.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals are doing alright this year as well.
Yeah. Who was it? Tyler Eifert got injured. Did you see that with his ankle? Did you see the ankle?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He won't be back.
But that I know, and I don't want to. I like Tyler Eifert, but AJ Green's probably going to see more red zone targets. So look, then. I'm glad he's okay and stuff. He'll be back.
He's not okay. He broke his leg.
He's fine. I saw a picture of him dead. Michael Thomas had his first quiet game of the season. Giants' defense is surprisingly good. They have been all season. So I'm not worried. Next week, especially I think when he plays at home too, it's going to be a big difference because they play in the dome and Drew Brees is just better when he plays.
But they still scored 33 points. Just none for him. It was all for Alvin.
It was all Alvin and the Chipmunks that got it. Kelsey, we discussed him. Devontae Adams. See, I'm worried with Adams at the minute, just with Rodgers' kind of injury.
Yeah.
And I dropped him last week, and I shouldn't have. So I was like, right, I'll trust you. I'll put you back in, and then it just didn't really work out. So I think they have a tough week next week. So my boy Calvin Ridley, the second best fantasy wide receiver in football, is coming in.
Calvin and the Chipmunks.
No, it's Calvin and Cobbs. I need to get Randall Cobb off John. Calvin and Cobbs. So he's going to go in because they're playing Steelers, the Falcons. So that's just going to be a fucking shootout. And
Hopefully.
he has the most touchdowns in the league. So I gotta
Ridley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta at least play him. I gotta. Well, yeah. Maybe. No, he's got 6 or 7.
It's fairly good. Not that impressive though.
Yeah, so he's got 6 in 4 games. It's pretty sweet. I think maybe Kamara probably has more than him now as well though. Sonny Michel is going to see so much ball in New England that he's definitely going to. I think it's going to be matchup depending on who they're playing. But he kind of bowled me last week, but he's going to do real good. Alshon Jeffrey was great as well. All those teams who needed wide receivers, Conor, and no one picked up Alshon Jeffrey. You let me pick him up. I only picked him up because he was a fancy name, and I like a big name on my team. Everyone needs a wide receiver.
Did you pick him up last week?
Yeah, he just came back. Well, I think he played a little bit last week. Did he? Yeah, it's his first week back. And whoever had him dropped him. I think it was Danny. Just dropped him, and I was like, all right, well, I'll take Alshon Jeffrey with fit Carson Wentz. So I'm laughing. Look at the team, so strong, Conor. Would you like this team? Mark Ingram is back next week. Oh, I'm spoiled for choice, Conor.
Yeah, for someone who had no depth at the start of the year, you've somehow...
I've got unbelievable depth now.
Yeah, turned into a depth-filled...
I don't even know. Sonny Michel and Ridley were just, I like to take a punt late in young first-round talents or whatever. Eckler and Breda were just 2 pickups that kind of worked out. And then Jeffrey, it's great. My one point of concern, Conor, is Russell Wilson. So I need to... I'm worried at quarterback. I think I might need to...
Make a change. Yeah, he's on the downward trend.
Yeah. but I also don't want to get rid of him.
Is that what he looks like?
Yeah. He's married to world singer or famous singer
Kira.
Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not that famous. She hasn't been famous in about 15 years.
She's famous enough.
Look.
So I need to, whether that's to trade, if people have backup quarterbacks that they maybe want to trade that are good, but like, I'm pretty sure I could get most quarterbacks because I have the capital. I'll just be like, what do you want?
Give you Baker Mayfield.
There you go, fucking
Todd Gurley.
What do you want for Aaron Rodgers?
No, Baker Mayfield.
I want Baker Mayfield.
Well, I don't want to give away Aaron Rodgers.
I can have anyone I want. What do you want for Aaron Rodgers?
Michael Thomas.
No. Get out of here. The fuck are you talking about? Could maybe give you Mark Ingram.
What? No, absolutely not. It's a terrible trade.
It's a number 1 running back for you.
I have one. He's injured.
No, you don't. That's the problem. That's what you're that's what you're 0-4. Alright, let's move on.
Shotgun Trubisky. And a touchdown to Conor. Nothing tricky about that.
It was Tyreek Cohen with the score as the Crusaders go to 2-2 for the season following a 116-98 win against the Cougars. The Crusaders will hope to have found some consistency as they extend their win streak to 2, but may still be over-reliant on Wonderboy Melvin Gordon. The Cougars continue to surpass expectations as they fought all game long and another day could have won themselves the game. The win does leave the Crusaders now above the Cougars in the Luther due to having a 1-game better divisional record. Conor. John lost. Looked like he was in.
Yeah,
looked like he was doing alright.
It was close. And then at the end it got away from him.
We did mention that after
Martin went ahead.
After half one on Sunday, Martin was in the lead the whole time, so
yeah, but he was
it was always within distance, yeah.
He took off there and then John kind of kept with him.
Yeah.
And then nearly caught up at the end, but didn't.
Just too little too late.
Yeah.
Big Ben boned him. Big Ben Bones Boogers.
That's your new name, John.
New name.
The colored boogers. No, the bullet boogers.
When the boo boys are out. Yeah, so Del warned him. Del said it. He's like, Big Ben's gonna bone you, boogers. John didn't listen. It was his hubris that
I wouldn't even say Big Ben boned him. If anyone boned him, it was the African
Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here.
Yeah, so Kenyon Drake, I think he had one big game.
That was it.
Yeah, and he's kind of been coasting since then. Yeah, he had 113, and he's just been coasting. So I think John mentioned he was going to make moves though. So
yeah.
Now he hasn't come at me personally with any trades, but let's see what happens down the line. Yeah.
Maybe I'll come at him.
Yeah, maybe we should just do an all open trading.
What do you mean?
Communal, everyone just cards out. Let's.
I'm just gonna text the group and be like, "Who wants fucking Demarius Thomas?"
Love it.
Nobody.
Breaking
Nobody
news.
wants Demarius Thomas.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Fucking glass. Clashing. Breaking news. Demarius Thomas is on the trading block. Conor's looking to move Demarius Thomas. Conor, can you comment on these rumours?
Yeah, he's been shite.
It's been shite. You've heard it here first, guys.
Vikings defense are always going to be there if anyone wants to take them.
I mean, when you're trying to trade a player away,
yeah,
usually what you do is you would big them up.
Demarius Thomas is a fantastic player.
Oh yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, he doesn't fit into our plans currently.
Okay, all right. And you mentioned the Vikings defense.
Another team that we feel we would be have a better working relationship if we pick up a different defense. Perhaps the Dolphins or someone like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to move them on, presumably for high picks or high
Yeah.
players. You're not going to give them away for anything.
There's a lot
That
of
would
people
be
on the waiver wire. I can pick them up and take your picks for next year.
okay. All right.
I'll discuss it with the group.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first, guys.
Well, no, you'll be hearing it here
You could
second.
do a fire sale.
I'll be putting it on the group after
Yeah.
this. So you heard it here second and last.
Guys from the future. Hello. I guess they were always going to be from the future, weren't they?
Well, they're from the present now. Your
guys.
present, not our present.
Hi, John. Alright, let's keep going through because we got sidetracked.
Well, it always ends with me talking about me.
Last week with John's thing, John and Shauna's game, it was so much shorter. I was telling you that. It was only like 4 minutes.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
else is like 10 minutes. So maybe John gets a little more time this
Yeah, there's more to talk about.
week. Yeah, so Kenyon Drake needs to be moved. Golden Tate.
Yeah.
So how's he been doing this season? I think he's been doing quite good. As a whole, like 13, 11, 6, and whatever he got there,
Yeah,
25. So he's been pretty consistent, which is good.
Big game there, so
Yeah.
like what you like to see.
Eric Ebron worked out for John, so maybe that's someone he wants to hold on to at the minute. Oh, and then Carry On Johnson with the score and the touchdown, or I guess it's the same thing. Yeah, so Carry On, he's backing it up. That's 2 weeks in a row now. He's doing good for John.
Yeah.
So maybe he moves up to the running back 2 behind Marshawn, and then you get someone else to come in as your flex starter. Then just dropped Kenyon altogether.
Yeah, just noticed Adam Vinatieri there.
Oh,
Record breaker.
yeah, highest scorer in NFL history, is he now? Or what was he?
Most field goals.
Almost field
Something
goals.
like that,
I think
yeah.
he was already the highest scorer.
Yeah.
Or maybe that doesn't
He's
work. I
also
don't know.
stupidly old.
Yeah,
He's like 45.
he's never gonna. It's him or Brady. Who will retire first? No one knows. The kickers in general, there's some old as
Yeah.
fuck kickers.
I mean, you're not getting fucking tackled or anything like that.
No, and you're just a little old man, just swinging your leg.
Work that leg. Yeah, that's all you need to do.
John's bench doesn't have a lot going for it at the minute.
No, but you'll have good coaching record.
Yeah, it's all about that coaching record. I think Larry Fitz will probably do better in the future. Once Josh fucking Rosen gets more game time and stuff, hopefully, or else Larry Fitz is just done, which would be sad to see. Aguilar, who knows? I think he had a good game recently, but got a 15 in week 2. Yeah, so he's a Kenyon Drake kind of guy. How did John lose? Oh, did he win week 2?
Yeah, it was against me.
Oh yeah, so clearly it was just a 1 week where all his guys just decided to show up.
And he won last week as well. He's 2-2.
Yeah, good work, John.
Yeah, it's better than where he probably would expect to be. He'd probably expect to be in my position
Yeah,
after having no first 3 round pick. I'm putting that work in for you, John.
yeah, you're taking the
Taking the L's.
L. We'll get into the playoff rankings in a second. We'll talk about it.
That's too early. Don't need to worry about it.
Martin's
That's what I'm telling
team, Carson Wentz did good, although he had Andrew Luck on his bench,
Yeah.
so he left 15 points there. But still, he won, so what does it matter? So he kind of, guess, has a 2 quarterback thing, so I'd think about taking Wentz, I think. I don't know that I trust Luck entirely.
No, he wouldn't do that every week.
I'm going to play some things out, but I think I may come calling to Montague. Charles Montague about taking Carson Wentz off his hands. Martin's he's gonna bleed me dry for him though. He's gonna bleed me dry.
Get every dime you can. Martin.
Oh jeez, that won't come cheap. Melvin Gordon is his boy as well. Like
Yeah, he's doing
Gurley and Kamara things for Martin's team, so he just needs a couple other guys to step up. And Tariq Cohen did this week, which is interesting for the Chicago Bears running backs now, because God knows what's gonna happen. Is he just like the number 1? Is he just a receiving back? Like, that's his first big week. But
put that more down probably to Mitch Trubisky.
just being off fire,
Throwing
yeah.
Every ball for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see a 50 burger. It
Yeah.
doesn't work when it's not Terry. I'll go and stick with it though. 'Cause he was-
Nifty 50.
Yeah, he's 35 fantasy points at the end of the first half. I was like, another 15. That's only what, a touchdown or 2.
You've fallen hard for Mitch. I can hear it in your voice.
Who knows? He might get picked up. I surely have the first
You'd be low, yeah.
I'm the first waiver. Maybe Richie does. No, Richie has way more points than me. I'm first on the waiver wire.
Richie sorted at quarterback too.
Oh yeah. Well, is he? You'll get into that when we get to his match.
Yeah, yes we will. Manny Sanders had a quiet game against the Chiefs, which is surprising because the Chiefs D is trash. But again, that game kind of just got away from the Broncos, I think, at points. Geronimo Allison just has a great name.
Yeah.
Alan Robinson.
added him Sunday.
Yeah. Alan Robinson got 8 points. Your ex-player, do you keep in touch?
No, don't miss him at all.
Oh, wow. Oh, there's Matt Bryant too. He's the other guy who's old as fuck.
Yeah, good points there for a kicker.
Look
14.
at that. Jesus Christ. The lads mentioned him in their last pod, the Commish cast. The Chargers defense as well is not doing great for Merton, so maybe he needs to have a look at that. They got 10 points? I could be wrong here. Yeah, so just 10 points is their ceiling at the minute. He had Adrian Peterson on the bench though, so obviously
I know he was on a bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peterson and McCaffrey on a bye, so they're two of his like two good bench
Yeah. So Martin's gonna start charging up this table. I totally forgot about McCaffrey.
Josh Gordon as well.
Gordon. I think it looked like, it was early, and
it's the first game.
He doesn't know the playbook and stuff. The Pats book is notoriously hard to learn too.
Yeah.
So give him a couple of weeks. Who knows?
Must be great.
Could be a great pick.
Could be like with a team like the Browns. He was with the Browns, wasn't he?
Yeah, to be with the Browns and then to just go to
and just see how the fucking Patriots operate. One of the probably the best team in the past 15 years in terms of winning records and Super Bowls and that.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Browns surely the worst.
In like the 16 years Tom Brady's played, he's been to like 8 Super Bowls. He's averaged one every 2 years.
Yeah, so Josh Gordon hadn't won a game in like 2 years with the Browns. Straight into the Patriots. Win. Against Miami.
Gotta get this up too. So I think John going forward is... No, we'll get into the playoff stuff later on. I think that's enough talking about the game, I believe. I think that's everything we gotta say. And that was keeping up with the Joneses. See, it's like keeping up with the Joneses, but with John Hand. Or Jon Hond.
Reeves gives it to Kamara. He's got a huge opening. And he's able to get past the secondary and take off for his third touchdown of the game.
That was once again Alvin Kamara with the score as the Warriors moved to 4-0 for the season after beating the Dragons 122-98. 36 points from Kamara was certainly the difference in this all-stringer affair as the Dragons continued their spell of bad luck. For the third week straight, the Dragons have now come up against the highest scoring team, leaving them currently winless. It leaves the Dragons, who still have a very talented team, at 0-4 and 2 games back from a potential playoff spot, going into a crunch game against the Titans next week, where somebody's O has got to go. You like that?
No.
I came up with it.
Too sexual.
Somebody's O has got to go. Yeah. Alright, so let's jump in. So what are the major talking points in this game, Conor?
Who's that with? Richie?
Yeah, so Richie, well, at the last 4 weeks he's played the highest scoring team the last 3 times.
3 times. And then week 1 he played the third highest scoring team.
And you just wonder if when he starts playing teams that aren't the highest scoring every week is when the team will start underperforming then.
No, I think what's going to happen is whoever he plays will be the highest scoring team.
Oh, it's just a continuous thing forever and ever.
Yeah, like so next week
you're going to be the highest scoring
Freeman will be back.
Yeah.
Aaron's Rodgers' leg
is going to get sewn back on.
Be magical, and Antonio Brown's going to get 3 touchdowns.
You heard it here first, guys.
Predictions.
That's pretty sweet. I can't wait for that to come true now.
Me too.
But it's madness. And now he's 2 games behind Rob in the playoff places.
Yeah.
What's he like in a divisional record? He's like 1-3 in or was it? No,
he's 0-4.
0-3 in the divisions though.
Yeah, I'm 0-4. Or no, I'm 0-3 in the side. I think. Who cares?
I have it here.
Yeah, 0-3.
Yeah, 0-3. Yeah. So Rob has got a healthy little fucking 2-game lead there, in terms of both standing and division. I think.
Look, there's a long time left. It's what, 9 games, 8 games.
13 games in all. So yeah, there's 9 games left.
Yeah.
So we're nearly at a a third of the season.
Third of the way through, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not panicking just yet.
No, there's time.
Just need several injuries to every other team except mine.
That would work out beautifully for you.
But yeah, poor Richie, his whole fucking quarterback thing didn't work this week.
Yeah, neither of them did anything. Drew Brees, I think...
Two solid choices, normally.
Drew Brees, I told you, he just plays in the dome, though. Like, when he's outside of a dome, he's not good. It's a weird thing. It's kind of like with Big Ben. Like, when Big Ben plays away from home... Big Ben. When Big Ben plays away from home, I think he just sucks.
Yeah.
It's weird how some guys just can't go on the road or whatever. But the rest of the team, Richie's team, is quite good. Like Hyde got 14 points, Jones got 17, Diggs got 12, Hilton got 11. Hilton got injured too, but came back. But I think he's going to be out for the next game. Will Lutz got 15, Bears 15.
Yeah, so he had... Oh no, sorry. He had his Bears playing his bench quarterback. Sorry, that's what I was looking at there.
Yeah, so it's just a tight end and his second quarterback and running back just kind of let him down. Everyone else had great games. And it's just when you go up against goddamn Alvin Kamara getting 36 points, and Patty Mahomes getting 22, and Thielen getting 20. It's pretty crazy. Barry's he's built himself a real nice team there, which is guys who just love going off, like Tyreek Hill and stuff as well.
Yeah, even like Tyreek Hill and Juju had quite
Juju,
games,
and they still
from injury.
He's just got so many explosive.
Still the highest scoring team.
The second highest. Oh yeah,
week?
this week. This week he is second highest overall.
Who's you?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so he's got so many explosive players that just like he doesn't need them all to go off. Whereas I think my team is more of a consistent, everyone's just going to do well. Baz's team is just like, all right, these three guys are just going to do crazy points, and the rest of the team can just whatever, it's fine.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Even on his bench, like everyone's getting decent enough points, apart from Clement, whoever that is. I never heard of him before.
Corey Clement, yeah.
Was he dead?
I think Jay Ajayi came back, so he lost his job. Jordy Nelson is doing well for Baz now, and Robert Woods, who I talked shit about last week, is still scoring points, so I guess I should stop talking shit about Robert Woods. Baz has got some good depth there, so maybe I don't know. Does he need anything? No, you can't be strengthening him.
Whoever he plays, as long as his main guys perform, he's going to win.
Yeah. Like Deshaun Watson too. Like he's got two good quarterbacks, either of which I would like, but I mentioned it to him, but I was like, I'm not gonna give you. I don't want to improve your team, and you don't want to improve my team. Like it's a shootout at the minute. I'm not gonna.
It's looking like the likely final. Well,
of the stringer, innit?
Yeah.
Can't meet in the Drisbowl.
Can you not?
No.
Why not?
Because there's 5 teams in each division. Alright, 3 teams go to the playoff, 1 team gets a bye, and then the other 2 teams play to get into the final. Yeah. Done this for 3 years, gosh. Son of a bitch.
Don't memorise
the format.
Things, yeah.
How do you know if you're going to win or not?
Wait, have we been doing divisions 3 years?
3 years, yeah. We've had the league 4 years.
70, yeah.
So there you go.
What did I win in college? And I won the little picture of Shiva for. Was that Fantasy Premier League?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe I won.
You nearly did the double.
I'm just reliving the glory days.
Yeah.
Fuck Peyton Manning.
Oh, fun thing about the intro to our podcast. If you listen closely, the play that you can hear underneath the track is...
Oh, it's the Peyton Manning.
It's Peyton Manning throwing an interception for you to lose the game.
I actually picked that up this week.
So, apologies for that, but I thought it was the funniest thing to do.
That's fair.
You know how I like my funnies. If you guys noticed that was that play, 1, why didn't you, let us know that you noticed? Yeah. And then 2, what do you think it is now? And is Conor being a good sport for continuing that thing? Because I'm not changing it. It's a good intro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change it. I
As
don't
I'm
care
sure
what you say,
you'll
Conor.
all be aware. It's quite similar to the end of the 2008 Formula 1 season.
Oh, yeah.
Felipe Massa crossed the line and he won the championship, and then Lewis Hamilton passed Timo Glock at the very last corner to get enough points to win the championship. So after 19 races, it came down to the last corner.
Yeah. And that is Formula 1 corner from Conor.
And we'll never do it again.
Formula 1
corner. A little drop in there, some cars going past.
Oh, nice. We can call it Formula 1 Conor.
I'm just gonna do a Formula 1 podcast, put it on the Drisbowl to annoy everybody. You have to listen to it. So, big takeaway is that Corey Clement has died. R.I.P.
Yeah, also Edelman is coming back, so that's going to help Richie and make his team better. Should do anyway.
Yeah, we didn't actually mention Richie's bench.
Because there's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Come on now, Richie's team.
7 points.
He's unlucky. But, you know, get it together, Richie. You're 0-4, you son of a bitch. You're not going to make the playoffs if I have my say.
I'll fucking see you next week in the... What's the game where the two losers
The Marina
play?
Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the mid-season marina.
Mid-season marina. Boom, boom, boom. A bunch of music and shit.
Are we going to talk about the divisional?
Yeah,
records?
just going to talk just quickly about the divisional rounds, or the divisions. So, currently, Conor, Baz is 4-0 in division, so all 4 of his games have been in division. So, he's only getting his first out-of-division game next week.
Lucky for him. He's fucking doing all this good work.
In division, yeah. It'll benefit him. So he is he's 2 games ahead of me, but I've only played 3 divisional games because I beat Martin. But the one game I lost was to him. Just the way the thing
I thought it
works.
was like
no,
a
it's
line to
confusing.
the left for people in winning.
No.
To the right.
I
for people
wish.
in losing. Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
No, it's fucked. It's stupid. It's the stupid
Just
thing.
press home and align.
Oh, that is sweet. Yeah.
This has now become an Excel podcast.
That is super sweet, yeah. Then you and Richie are not good in division. You've lost all 3 of your divisional games, which is going to hurt you because Rob has 2 divisional games. So you need to start winning. You need to start winning against division.
Well, one of us is going to win in our divisional game this week.
Yeah.
Unless it's a draw, which
Unless
I
it's
wouldn't
a
be
draw.
surprised.
I think that'll be
Given
our current
seasons.
predicament.
Yeah.
And then, so I need to start chasing down Barry. So that loss to him works against me in terms of getting a bye. So I need to probably beat him in the second game to tie that out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, none of this may matter at the end. We may all be on
I mean,
records.
it's a third of the season in. You know, you got to start. You know, looking at something.
I'm focusing on next season.
The Luther is a little more cut and dry. No, it's the
closer.
complete opposite.
Very close. Apart from Shauna.
So as I said, Conor, the Luther is not cut and dry at all. As you were saying, you idiot. Shauna is at a loss at the minute. But that's, who did she beat? She beat Rob. So she's still 0-3 in her division. And then Martin is the best of the next group of teams, if you know what I mean. No, I've explained that. I've explained that terribly.
Yeah, he's the second best because he's won 2 and only lost 1.
So Danny is 3-0, so he's laughing. Then next it's John, Dell, and Martin. So Dell is 2-2, Martin is 2-1, and John is 1-2. So yeah, so Martin is in the best position at the minute just because he hasn't played a 4th divisional game. Neither is John. So John could tie it up with Dell. It's a mix and match.
The divisional record here is symmetrical. 3-0 and 0-3, 2-2, 2-1, 1-2.
Oh, that's yeah. You love that. You love the little symmetry of it all. Of
Big
the
fan of
division.
symmetry.
Shout out to Symmetry.
This podcast has been sponsored by Symmetry.
By symmetrical shapes. Enjoy looking at them. So Shauna essentially is 2 games back. It's a bad start to the division. There's only 5 division games left for her. She needs to step it up in division. Even though she's won in the league, she needs to step it up in division, is what I'm saying. This is why the divisions are important, Conor, you know? As a way to stick it to Shauna. She's a fucking
woman.
She's a tiny little bitch. So have you any other thoughts on the divisions or football, life, general? Not life, let's not get into that.
No,
Fantasy.
No.
No. Alright, well, perfect. That's a perfect way to end the show. Thank you very much for listening, you guys. Hope you all enjoy it as much as we enjoy making it.